Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Primal Island, the adventures or life and times, whatever it is, the life and times of Calindra. So, I'm going to do something a little different and a little stupid. I'm going to ignore survival. I mean, that's not true. I'm going to try to survive, but I'm going to ignore better instinct. Let's put it that way. And head north. I'm going to head north towards the big city. So, anyway, sorry I had to mute my feed. Anyway, I'm going to be heading up to the big city, which this character is not remotely ready for. But I want to get a look around. I haven't been up there since 0.8 dropped, and I haven't got a good sense of what the puppet numbers look like up there since 0.8 dropped. So the plan is to head up that way without further ado here, and we'll try to stay alive. I'll try to get there in one episode. It is, I believe it should be really early. Yep, 5:14 a.m. Sun's just coming up, so that should give us plenty of time. Oops, guess I better take care of peeing before we go. Yeah, so it's a long trip. I don't know if I'll make it all the way in this session, but we'll try. It's kind of a double-edged sword. Trying to film a character completely live is that I'm doing it completely live, right? So some of this stuff that may be a little boring, trying to walk all the way up to the city, I have to subject you to. Of course, you're always free to jump in and out at will, right? So I guess it's still doable, but yeah, I really want to film it all live and have it be completely transparent, nothing happening on the sidelines. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we do know that north is that way, so that's our goal. That's how we are traveling heavy. Oh, we are traveling really heavy. Well, that's less than ideal. I suppose I could put money in the ATM. I can't really just bury a chest because it's a live stream. Is there an ATM? No, this is that little town. There's not going to be an ATM here. All right, well, it is what it is. Short of that, I could buzz to the traders and sell it. Honestly, that's the smarter bet. So that's, I guess, what we're going to have to do here. And actually, just before we do that, I need to open my window here because it is quite toasty in here. So give me just 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So since I streamed last, this is my first stream since I got some new studio equipment. A couple of Stream Deck controllers and new, hopefully better sounding mic. I'm still kind of tuning it, so it's probably not quite perfect yet, but yeah, so I'm a little frazzled tonight because I was rushing trying to get everything set up for the stream with the new equipment. So of course that drove some changes into my studio software and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully everything's working. It appears to be at this point. So we'll see. If anybody notices any sound issues or any other issues, please type them into the chat and let me know, and I'll try to address them. But I saw that guy just drop in right in front of us here, so I better get some stamina. So, in keeping with the survival being the side thought here, I'm rushing a little more than I normally ever would. I know this is stupid, and this could very well be the episode where Calindra dies, but in the interest of time, I'm going to try to set a decent pace, but puppets are what they are here, and a wrong move will be fatal, so like there's 3 of them right there. What is there up to the left here? I hear him. These blind hills where you're left just listening make it quite rough. One right here. He's close. Come on, look at me. Hello. Really? Hey, dipshit. I absolutely hate the sideways shots, so I try to get them running towards me if I can. And another thing they're doing now is they can actually, I'm not sure what triggers it, but they can actually run on an arc now, which makes them next to impossible to hit. This guy's probably going to come at us. I'm hoping he doesn't have friends above us. I do just barely hear one over there. This here is what really slows you down and really adds to the creep factor. Search for rocks. Nope, search the zombie. Great. Well, let's continue on. Got a skinny one there. I got one to my right, closer. Yeah, right there, just going behind that bush. I'm pretty sure I heard one off up this way too. Yeah. Yep, right there. Another one over there. I do need to make some extra arrows to travel too. I'm going to try to get past that one without him coming. And this one down here. Let's just hope. We got past them. The question is, what's down this way? Morning light is much like the afternoon light. It's really hard to see, especially the more neutral colored ones. So while traveling at night is treacherous, and I don't recommend it at all without night vision, traveling in the dusk and dawn are actually tricky as well because the muted colors. Constant look for food. Whenever you can spare the time and noise, you should always be looking for food. Same with water, because you really don't know when you're going to run into a dry spell. I do have, this is the character. Okay, I did buy a soda, which I think is actually soda. Yeah, it's still soft drink, so I do need to replace that with actual water at some point, but I do tend to use the soft drink when I buy it like that for the sugar content, so I'm not in a huge hurry to dump it out, but if I was to find a water source that would fill that jug, I would absolutely dump it and replace it with water. I've got one right here. Got more than one right here. One down that way too. This is quite a few. Definitely one right there. Okay, I see that one. Question is that the end of the line? Nope, there's two there. Searching this is pretty stupid. Who knows, maybe this will be that episode where I showed you what not to do. Guess that would have value. This guy here, technically we could get past right now, and it's probably 90% of surety that it won't be a problem, but because he's a skinny, I'd rather know he's going to stay put. Okay, we gotta go northish too. Let's stick with the road for a minute here. You can see them all up in there still. I was actually pretty lucky because I was fairly close to the edge of the, what do I want to say? The edge of the board. Donkey. The animals, since 0.8 dropped, the animals seem much more prevalent than they used to. I haven't changed my settings where they're concerned, but definitely seeing more than I did before. I miss the birds. I think the birds, the way they were originally implemented, were a little too easy to get, too easy to hit. So I think something needed to be done with them. But I do kind of miss having them on the island. So I wish they would get them back, but you know, maybe make them a little tougher to hit. The birds, like, before you could walk right up fairly close to them and just pop them with an arrow and you had food, which was nice from the food aspect. But so here, visible, I can see 4. I know there's more than that. And that's the way we've got to go. So I'm going to try to go down to the left of it and hope they don't go way down that hill. But I've got a feeling we're going to be in for a little bit of a pick our way deal here. Well, maybe not. There's one there. There's another one. Not sure if I'm hearing something to the left as well. Okay, that's where we are. Okay. Good. That's good. So I can wind this way a little bit farther. So you gotta be careful here because these old stone walls and vineyardy areas, vineyardy and orchardy areas, they do sometimes puppets hang out there. Why was I carrying feathers? To the best of my knowledge, feathers are not sellable here. I'm not sure why I was selling them or carrying them. Maybe I guess I was thinking of building a base, which I do need to do. But I think I'm going to see what I run into around the city there. Because I don't know. I've never done a city base, so it might be kind of interesting to toss one together. Plus, if I did if I took over a building or something instead of an actual base building, it would be less monotonous for a stream, right? Sitting and watching me spend hours building a base doesn't seem like very good entertainment. I mean, maybe if I was a much more creative person and... Oops, that's not good. Come on. I need to pay more attention. As I was saying, if I was a much more creative person and could give you guys some really creative tips and whatnot about how to put your bases together, that might be worth doing, but I'm not. It takes me hours to build a base because I'm a bit, my wife's going to love that. I'm a bit anal retentive, and everything has to be just so. It never turns out that way, but I'll spend hours trying to get a stupid base piece to snap in the direction I want it to. So yeah, probably a base building tutorial is not something in my future. Still hearing one behind this bush. So, gotta... I think this is near the edge of that horde, but it's skinny and it's coming down on me. Oops. He hasn't heard me yet. Hopefully these being here, because I haven't seen them here in a while. Hopefully it doesn't mean that they're, whoa, hello. Hopefully it doesn't mean that the trader's crawling with them as well. Could be. This is not the edge, because I'm hearing them, I think, both sides of the road. Definitely to the left of the road. Definitely more than one. And these new leaf noises, the ambient leaf noises or grass noises or whatever they are, really play heck with trying to figure out if something's coming up on you. I love it because it's actually gotten downright creepy out here. Okay, so... interesting. Well, heck. Still wanted to make that sword, too. I need to save the stuff to work on the sword on the way to the city. I'm definitely going to want it up there. Alright, so I'm going to can these puppet eyes. Oh, I got food there, too. Okay. That was a good score. So far, the weather's been good today, so that's nice. The base up there. Right on the edge of the outpost. It's a pretty good placement, if I do say so myself. And I do, because this is actually my main character's base. My main character and Ruberia share this base. It's still under construction, but it's actually functional now. So yeah, this is where we're living for this drop, or at least for the first part of this drop. Good proximity to the traders. Good proximity to a town or two, and the water. She likes to raft out and fish and whatnot, so we're going to give it a try. And it gives us another spot in another part of the map that if we do some kind of community events or something, we could use it as like a rally point or something. So it seems to make sense. I'm going to get stamina back before I go in there, because if there's puppets, I could end up having to run around like a crazy man. Sounds quiet. Get in here and see if I can get these bag emptied out a little bit. A little easier to travel.
Welcome, friend. I can take a look if you have something.
That's all I got for you, honey.
When you need another round, you know who to call. Come back again.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around. Let's see what you have.
Well, I have a compass, which I'm kind of inclined to sell. Very handy item. But realistically, it's money in the bank. So I'm going to sell it. He probably doesn't want that. No, it's going to be the other guy. He won't take any of that. Feathers are a no, so they can stay. That I'm going to keep. I'd like to have that bushman fixed up, which I suppose I could do. That might be something to think about too.
See you around, yeah?
One of the things I love about this game is that every little decision can affect your outcome, right? But not in the way that some games do it, where every decision affects the outcome, but it affects the outcome by locking out a part of a storyline or taking you down a pre-programmed path. In SCUM,
If you want me to buy that, you better give me
every
your
decision
dress.
can affect your outcome, but it's because of the
Yes.
survival necessity, right? So fixing that bushman up and having it in good shape could end up helping me more than the sword does,
If
right?
you're trying to rob the place,
Because I am primarily a
guarantee
bow
you,
player,
I'm
so
well-armed.
it's hard to say. Do I do the sword, right? But by the same token, having the sword could save me from a tough situation that the bushman wouldn't.
That thing registered.
So yeah, it's
Kidding.
all just
Nobody
decisions,
cares.
and there's a little bit of guessing to it. So, all right, so that's all survival, food type stuff. We'll keep that. Definitely keep in the toolbox, the rubber. So yeah, I guess that's where we're at. I should fix my boots. I should fix the pants. Oh, I got thread. Yeah, I got all kinds of thread. Okay. Wait. What are you doing? Does he
Guns
do
come
grinding
unloaded.
stones?
Security reasons,
Must be
obviously.
the other guy.
Stay safe.
I bet that grinding stone's going to be way more than I want to spend. I don't have anything for the first aid guy, right? Oh, the bank. I should hit the bank. Yep. Definitely should drop this cash off. I try to keep all of my cash in the bank, if possible. So if I'm here, I don't leave the traders with cash in my pocket because it just doesn't really make sense.
Welcome to the most secure place on the island. Pleasure as always.
That's locked in. Unless I have to die, unless I have to spend it on a death. Which I'd almost say is probable with my plan of action here. I'm just going to check on the price of this grinding stone. I doubt I'm going to be buying one, but
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse around.
yeah, 23, 28. Not going to happen.
Bye-bye now.
Alright, so we need to head north. Yeah. I think it's just a grind up through now. It's gonna be interesting. Oh. Let's make some arrows actually. Not with the bushman. Hopefully nobody comes running. Did see one up there a second ago, but he should be far enough away. Yes, there's one right up there, just past those barricades, wandering. On here, it's kind of like the old saying with deer, right? Where there's one, there's two. So, if you see one, it's probably not one. All right, well, let's do that for now. All right. See what happens. I'm gonna obviously forage along the way. Try to set a not a rushed pace, but try to set a constant pace, not get bogged down. Obviously, hordes are gonna slow me down considerably, so this is gonna take a while to get there. I apologize for that, but it's the nature of the beast. There's actually two. I see two. Three. Yeah, at least 3 or 4 down there. Most likely more than that. Alright, so I'm heading to the city, so I'm not going to loot everything I pass. I may pop into some buildings on the way if I go through a town, but because you never know, you might find something very useful, but I'm not going to go out of my way up there to hit that building. If I'm kind of running through the area, I'll probably poke around a little bit, but you always want to poke around. You don't want to just ignore an area because you're in a hurry. If you're in a hurry in this game, with a few exceptions, you're not experiencing it. You're not enjoying it. You're playing it to play, or whatever you want to call it. I'm perfectly content out here. I'm not even sure the stream is still up, to be honest. I guess it is. Huh. That was weird. It's like a complete internet dropout or something. Coming back in now. Anyways, that's what I was saying. I'm perfectly content out here rummaging for food and whatnot. If I die and lose all my stuff, right, it'll suck, and obviously I won't be happy about it, but I'm fine with starting back over in another part of the map and continuing on from there. So it's a mindset to play this game on settings like this, because you are going to die and you are going to lose your stuff sometimes. So you get, like, on my main, right, I'm getting a base established so I can store things off there and not lose everything, because I am going to die and I'm going to lose the stuff on my back. Okay, I think I might be back. I hope I'm back. Okay, that seems to be updating. Okay, the chat appears to be working, so gonna get back into the game. Let me see if I can verify that one of my users is actually seeing this. So assuming I'm back, I apologize for the interruption. Our internet went down momentarily and seems like it locked up my network switch, so I had to reboot everything. Hopefully it stays stable now. I'm just kind of waiting to see if I hear... checked with one of my users to see if they can actually hear my audio feed. Actually, maybe I can check it myself. Let me see here. Okay, I'm told we're back up, so I'm gonna hit continue and hope that the puppets didn't get me while I was gone. I've actually only had that happen to me once, but hey, you know. All right, well, I'm still here. Okay. All right, let's continue on and hope that things stay up. I apologize for that. I don't even remember what I was saying. Something about the base, something about, I think I was saying I can, on my main character now, I can kind of store stuff off, right, that I don't want to lose and not lose everything because, you know, I will lose things on my person. So, yeah, I have my share of deaths. That's what I was saying. I'm not the greatest video game player in the world, far from it. So I do pretty good here, not so much around mechs and whatnot, but yeah. Kind of surprised the stream actually let me restart and I didn't have to start a new one. It's kind of interesting. It's the first interrupted stream I've had, so I wasn't really even sure what to do about it. Alright, I have to go a little slower through here. So there's going to be puppets along the edge of this town and probably up this side hill. In fact, I'm not sure. I might be seeing one way up there in the distance walking around. Maybe it was just a shadow. Right. So we get through past this town here. One over there to the left. I'm going to end up taking care of him just because I don't want him behind me. Oh, right through him. That was a miss, but first one was right through him. So now my dog's going to bark. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but the universe plotting against me tonight. Actually been on vacation for 2 weeks and it's back to work tomorrow, so thought I'd squeak in a last stream, but maybe it wasn't the best plan I've ever had. Oh my god. Oh, there I go again. This is not a good sign. It's doing the same thing. Gonna assume, well, I don't, that looks healthy, but huh. Alright, I'm gonna kill the game and restart it. I don't know if you're hearing me or not. I'm not sure if I have output going out or not. trying to come back in again now. It restarted the game. I don't know what is going on. That didn't appear to be my internet connection that time, or at least not. It didn't last like it did the previous time. It disconnected like an internet problem, but I don't know. But then the game wouldn't even let me click, so I am not sure what's going on. Hopefully we're back here. Thinking it might actually be time to order a new network switch, just in case that's the issue. So we are having some intermittent problems off and on multiple computers, which tells me it could very well be the switch. It wasn't a terribly expensive switch in the first place, which shouldn't really be a problem, but maybe with the streaming and everything, the extra bandwidth I'm using, maybe I need to go a little bit better on the switch. All right, well, we finally made it past that town, so we're on our way. Oops. Oh, jeez. Smacked the mouse and ended up facing the wrong direction. Get our stamina back here. I can hear you. Thanks, Ruba. Thanks for the reassurance. Try to make up some time. It's crazy. Yep, it's up there. We actually haven't been in our current residence terribly long. We've only been here about 3 months, and it's a different internet provider than we had before. And it's kind of weird because, as a general rule, it's a slower connection, but it's more consistent. So we've had slightly slower speeds on the downlink side, but more consistent speeds, right? So it's actually been a net gain. On the uplink side, it's significantly quicker than the old provider. So it's a little weird, but now we're having these intermittent dropouts and whatnot. So I don't know whether it's the cable provider, or not cable, but the internet provider themselves, or if it's something going on with the switch. It's an older switch, had it a long time. Our switches get used a lot. I work from home, so they get used a lot. Work, gaming, we're cable cutters, right? So we stream everything we watch, which isn't a whole lot, but our network gets used. So weather's took a turn here on me. Still hear another one. Yeah, okay, right there. Past that bush on the side. It's one of the skinny ones. Definitely going to be an issue. Oh, I lost her when I zoomed in. What the heck? Well, that's weird. That's a different one right there. Oh, that's weird. I was looking right at it when I zoomed in. I completely lost it. That's another different one. Oh, see right there? There's actually 3 of them right there. The original one did turn around and is walking back up the hill. I'm going to try to sneak by here. That's some dirty trick right there. Okay. Actually, I'd love to swim across here. I just don't think I'd float currently. Oh, did I do... Nope. Okay, I picked it up. I thought I left that bushman laying back there. That would be something I do. Here we go. Around here. We're going to sneak up through that gully there. Not stick to the road. Mixed bag there, right? The road you have slightly better visibility, typically, but that road winds way out and around before it goes up, and we need to go up. My general plan would be to head straight up through here, and then probably catch this road over and sort of stick with the roads straight on up through, but we'll see what the puppets have to say about that, because they're going to have an opinion that's probably going to be different than mine. Moving too fast. Storm clouds came out and fixed my visibility so that I now have none again. So, I suppose that's good. Not. Learn here. I've gone to a fixed mic on a boom. Like the big guys, right? So I'm not used to it. I'm used to having a headset on, so the mic's right there and it's always in the same spot. So I find myself pushing the mic back away from me and then ended up leaning in towards it. So I got to remember to sit back and not do that. Sure if I'm hearing something to the right. Ooh, definitely got some. One, two, 3 of them right there. smart guy would probably be apologizing profusely, ending the stream, and logging off, because if I get disconnected when there's a puppet coming, I'm basically screwed. But I'm not that smart, so we'll continue on and see what happens. It'd be awesome if this weather would clear. It seems like every time I try to stream, the game weather goes dark and turns a beautiful game into an ugly one. Ooh. Where are we at? Do need some liquid. Slogs off that. All right. So here's this big gully. Ooh, and there's a puppet right down there. Wait, where the... Yep. Right there, blended right in with the rocks. And there's another one down right off the tip of my arrow, down the hill. Don't see any to the left, but can't guarantee it. But I'm going to mosey down this way, give them a little bit more distance. There's a third one down there. Oh, there's some much needed sun. Definitely prefer it when it's sunny. Chain rattling sound effect seems a little out of place out here. Pretty good food-wise. And I haven't become food yet myself, so that's a plus as well. I will say having this mic on a boom in front of me is easier as far as not having to worry about dipping your mic in your bourbon glass, so that's a plus. Just a little bit of an adjustment having it stationary. Got one right directly in front of us at the pylon. Just walk behind that leg of it. Got another one up the hill up that way. I need to head pretty much straight up to the right, so I kind of need to skirt around that way. It's hard to tell which way they go. That sounds close. Oh, right there. He's heard me. Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, yeah, we got 3 of them right there. At least 1 or 2 more up the hill there that we saw. Or up to their left, I should say. Got one there. They definitely go down to the right here. And those guys are coming right down on me. I'm going to pick my way down this road a little bit further. See how far it is around them this way. They cross the road right there. That's a lot of puppets right here. And like side on to them as well. That doesn't help. If you can find the end of the line, even if you have to take the whole line out, if you're at the end of the line, if you're, you know, at an end of it running parallel to it, it's much easier than trying to cross through it. So when you cross through it, you have to make a path wide enough to get through without either side closing in on you. I got past it. I think we're past that edge of it, so hopefully we can head back north. Too bad. I'm a little off course. I'm a little west of where I wanted to be, but that's fine too. It's really just a projected course, not critical. Oh, we got a goat. I'm currently well fed, but the goat may decide it wants a piece of me. Which way is he going? He's going the other way. Those goats they'll get pissed off and they'll come right at you. And you used to be able to jump over them and avoid damage, but they've really made it so you can't now. The goats and the boars. Bunker right up there, I believe. Let's skirt past the edge of that. See what the puppets look like on the outside of that. Don't believe I want to solo it with my little bow. Actually, just the other night did a bunker with my bow, but not solo. There were 4 of us, and it wasn't on a hardcore server like this, so it was not really that big of a thing, but it got hairy in a couple spots because something since 0.8 dropped. There's something weird with the spawns. They're not the normal spawn timeout interval is not working consistently the way it should. You get these, whoops, you get these short spawn intervals in there occasionally where they respawn in some cases almost instantly. It's two skinnies. Yeah, see, we're heading the wrong way now. Got myself twisted around. That's going to be this way. Myself twisted around, winding through puppets and whatnot. When your survival is low enough that you don't have your compass, you've got to really continually pay attention to which way you're going. Constantly reassess it. It's another of the items that I'm not the greatest at because I like to sightsee and food hunt. And oh my God, the food drops today. I like to be sure I see the puppets before they see me, so I tend to get off course quite often. That said, I'm going to stick with this road for a little bit farther because there's decent visibility here. I'll put right up front there, though. So I'm going to veer this way because it's the way I would really want it to be going anyway. So better get some stamina because if I got to make a run for it, then it's not good to be down on stamina. Okay, sneaking right down there. Another one going back the other way, one up beyond him. There's another one down in that bush right there I just caught a glimpse of. The wild spawn levels on the server currently are on their lower side of the normal range. So we're seeing somewhat smaller hordes out here today because I vary the settings weekly, sometimes every couple days. Just depends. There's no pattern to it. There's no plan to it. It's just I have a range for several settings that I consider a normal range, and kind of just on a whim, I'll tweak them every couple days, every week, whatever, so that they're ever changing. They don't stay the same, so you don't get used to, like, all right, I see a puppet in the woods, I know there's 5 more, right? You're not going to get that here because you may be right. There may be 5 more. There may be 15 more. It just it really depends on what the mood struck me when I modified that parameter within its range, right? So, or if I even have modified that one, right? So, same with respawn timers. Although I have a much tighter range there because the respawn timing is pretty critical, right? Too short and it's just a constant slugfest. So that one's got a much tighter range. But, you know, puppet numbers, damage numbers, again, it's got a pretty tight range on it because the damage is always going to be fairly high here. So the damage will range around in my, you know, my range of settings for it. It'll range around, you know, sometimes the exact same hit may kill you in one shot. Other times you may get two, maybe even three. Very rare, or possibly not at all, unless you have armor, that you'll get hit 4 times and live. It could happen, but it's not terribly likely. There's one in this bush here. Or directly behind it. Can't see it, but I can hear it. Okay, I don't suppose you'll just come out of there for me. He's well positioned. Make sure I'm not walking into any behind me either. Oh wow, and he's even a high vis. That's crazy. Down there minding their own business. Yeah, so there's the bunker. We'll shoot past the edge of it, see what we see. I don't want to get too close, get chased by a suicidal maniac or anything like that, but back over there. Mechs are no joke here either. Their damage is up. And combine that with the fact that the mechs, I feel, have been getting measurably tougher the last couple of drops. So this is what? This is the B4 bunker. So, like I said, I'm not a bunker expert. I can't tell you whether this one's hard or easy or what kind of layout it is or anything else. I know I've been in it. I've been in them all, but I don't. I'm not good with memory directions and stuff like that in real life. So knowing my way around a bunker, not something that's going to easily happen. I do know this one I tend to go in from that side, come across, get on top of the entrance there, and then drop down in. Whether that's the right way or not, I don't know, but I've had pretty good success with it. But today's not about bunkers. Got one there. Got one on the other side over there. Can't see him now. Down by that tree. Caught a glimpse of another one on the other side. Pretty good bet. There's probably a couple in by these buildings here. When we first started playing Scum, we were at a bunker. A bunker? I don't know if it was a bunker or maybe the prison or something. I think it was the prison actually, and it was one of these guard towers. So we didn't have the slightest clue what we were doing, and we actually sent Ruba up the tower, figuring, go up, see if there's anything up the tower. You'll be safe up there, away from the puppets and stuff. And she got pinned down. The mech just wouldn't let her out of there. And she was up there a good half hour or so. And we couldn't get that mech off of her, so she ended up trying to make a break for it, and it didn't end well. And then it didn't end well for all of us. That would have been, oh God, that would have been, actually, that would have been this server. Initially, my son started this server for us to, our family group and some friends to play on, and it was increased loot and increased car server and everything else, because we were just learning the game and like, oh, it's so cool, we can drive cars and all that. So kind of fell to that aspect of it, and then as my kids always do, they lose interest, they move on to the next game, and I was hooked. I was just hooked on Scum, and Ruba was willing to play it with me, so we kept playing it, and eventually my son was going to let the server go, and I said, well, I'll take it over. And got looking at the settings and what was available out there for settings, and I got thinking, well, it is kind of boring, but maybe we could spice it up a little bit. And so I started tweaking with settings and playing with settings, and that's evolved into what Primal Island is today, which is, it's tough. It is tough. And I can't play. There's very few places I can play now because I get bored, like, with it. I find Scum. This is not like a conceitful statement. I find Scum, vanilla Scum, and especially less than vanilla Scum, just utterly too simple to play. From a PvE standpoint, right? Which PvE is my preferred way to play. I'm not a fan of PvP. At least not full time. Like, I don't mind doing events and whatnot, but so from the perspective of PvP or PvE, vanilla and especially less than vanilla Scum is just boringly easy, right? So created this server and played here, and there's another hardcore server or two that I play on, and I can't play on other ones, so it gets you after you get used to playing at this level of PvE. Trying to do PvE on a lighter, I guess, as you will, server. It's just boring. But it's not for everyone. I mean, this server is fairly lightly populated because we get a lot of new people that come through, ton of new people that come through. And like I would say probably easily 50% of them last 5 to 10 minutes. And then they're not back. Others last, a half hour, a couple hours, and then they're done, right? Others will last for a week or so, maybe, and then they're just, I guess they apparently they probably have too many losses or whatever, lose all their stuff one too many times, and they're done. So our retention rate is around 10%. 10% is probably a little high. It's probably more like an 8% retention rate. So I'm fine with that, right? Because the server was created for the way I want to play, and I want it open. I want others to be able to try it and like it or not, right? They can stay or not, but it's out there for people to try. It is definitely not for everybody. I will help out, here and there with items or whatnot if somebody's struggling to try and get them, over the hump, because sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes you just need a little bit of something and it gets you over the hump and keeps your interest, and you get a little more experience with the way the dynamics work, and you end up liking it. I mean, got a pig. When I first started trying to play these hardcore settings, I mean, I had the same dilemma, right? I died constantly. And there were a couple moments where I was like, just go back to the old way, right? But at some point you turn a corner and you start to like it, and you start to like the challenge, and even the deaths, like you get killed and you're like, okay, well, that happened because I did this stupid thing. I almost died 2 days ago because I looked in a building and there was a puppet in there and it woke up, and I shot it twice. Building and situation that you run into 100 times a day in Scum, and 2 shots usually it's down, and it kind of out of the corner of my eyes, I panned away to make sure there was nothing behind me. It looked like it fell, and I just didn't double check, and I jumped right in. It turns out, right on top of the puppet that was now coming to the window, and I got out of there by the skin of my teeth. He smacked the crap out of me, and I got out of there with, I think, 23% or something like that. A couple of C2s, but it was a close call. I don't know if I hit him or not. He didn't make a noise like I did. Whoops. What am I doing? I don't think I hit him. Like I said, I don't really need the food right now, so my main goal was just to hopefully prevent him from turning around and coming after me. try to replenish my arrows here before we get up near that roof I'm seeing up there. Well, that was different. What the heck was that? I can't believe this food drop here. This is crazy. That is not food. Oh, yeah, let it go. Did not want to use the bushman for that. Caught myself almost saying craft spear, but I caught myself, and then I must have done it anyway. Full load. Okay, perfect. So that's that little town. That's good. We're on course. Take a quick meander through here. See if there's anything useful. Right there. I'm not going to worry about looting all through this corn because food's not really an issue right now anyway. It will be. When it is, I'll be like, well, it could have been a piece of corn I passed up. Let's see. Give them a repair. Everything else looks like it's okay. Oh. Sidestep my arrow. Okay, dude. Nice try. Nice try. Look at that. It's an upgrade. Recycled jacket. I'm not going to take it because it's too hot to... Well, actually, I'm heading north. Maybe I should carry it at least short term. It's in decent shape. I carry it short term at least. In case it gets cold up there. Particularly like in the evening or whatever. Could get cold enough where it could come in handy. Okay. Oh, look at that. Nice. Camo hiking backpack. Well, I'll be dipped. I'm going to swap to that. Why not? Sure why I'm carrying 2 bone needles around. Stinks to have to leave that just around here, but I mean, we can't argue with style. Look at that. Liquid is starting to become an issue. Guess I'm gonna have to think about water. Oh, what the heck? Did I say drop instead of drink? You went out that way. Go back after this guy again. Let's try that again. Oh, the arrow was right there. Come on, man. See it now. Sounds like there's one right down there. Or right there. You up and down through there. It's like they're trying to get up, but they're just too tired and they fall back to sleep. Kind of hoping to pick up an axe or a good piece of rubber, another good rubber band, things I could use for either, like an axe I could use for a melee weapon and also cutting wood, right? The rubber and whatnot I could use to make the sword. Again, solve the melee weapon issue, so. So far, not looking good. God, more olives. No egg, though. Surprised these guys haven't come after me yet. Oops, over her head. Oh, let go of me. Yeah. Knew I shouldn't have took that shot. That was stupid. Take that for a backup for now. It's interesting. It looked like she came out of here. I've never ever seen him go in here before. There you are. About it for this place. Now here I am carrying the puffball around. That would actually solve that hunger issue. Or not hunger, the thirst issue. I better think about eating that meat up too before it gets bad. All right. Check up here. Check next door. And get on our way. All right. Well, this is the last place. Santa hat. Oh, 43 bucks. Nice. About it, though. Alright. Which way do I need to go out of here? Eastish. Eastish. PM. I'd say this is Eastish. Maybe? Seems west. Yeah, that's better. Sincerely hope to at least make it to the edge of the city in this episode, so the next one can be actually exploring the city. I say exploring the city like I'm not going to get killed the minute I step in the gates of it. Gates. There's no gates, but you know what I mean. I guess that's a tree. I thought it was a puppet. Alright, so up over that way is gonna be the shorter path. I don't know if that was a boar or a bear, but I just heard one of the two. Tower right there too. Pop it right there. Kind of want to check out that hunting tower. Not that I'd really be able to carry much of anything with where we're going, but it'd be kind of neat to... Well, there is something out there. It'd be kind of neat to see if there's anything in there. Hunting towers used to be awesome sources of drops, but that was on more vanilla settings, right? On these settings, there's rarely much of anything in them. Well, you do find the occasional article of clothing. another one right out there somewhere. One there. I don't want to get stuck up this tower. Two there. And they're both on me. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Ooh, basic awareness. Nice. Very nice. Probably should be clearing those puppets before I go up here, because if they alert while I'm up here, then they're going to be underneath this tower. And I'll have to wait for them to lose interest, but... So, the city is north. Don't really have a good view. I believe we got to go roughly... Where'd that sun go? Roughly that way. I think roughly that way. Yeah, seems right. Thought I heard a chicken. Huh. I could have swore I just heard a chicken. Guess not. Puppets there. Puppet there. Grab some stamp. Sorry guys, looks like my internet dropped out again. I was laying under that bush, so hopefully the puppets that were right there near me didn't find me. Okay, it looks like they didn't, so that's good. Yeah, look at him right there. It's a good thing I had ducked into this bush. Wow. Which way is that road? Yeah, I need to go this way. I don't know. I hope that wasn't down too long. I ducked under that bush to rest, and I happened to glance over at my connection, and it was red. So that's how I knew there was a problem. And it went belly up on me. All right, I think this is the road that's going to take us. Yep, that's going to take us right up. Yeah, right up and in. Grab some stamina here. Some kind of building up there. Oh, it's probably that right there, that little farmhousey thing, or vineyard thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Might hit this one here as I go by, in case there's a piece of rubber or something I can use. I'd love to have that sword by the time I got to the city, but it's really not looking good at this point. I think we might have puppets up here. Oh yeah. Not sure it's worth it if there's a lot of them. That looks manageable. We'll start from back here. See if we can get this guy to come to us. There he goes. Very cooperative. After I check this place, I'm gonna turn that meat fat into a meat stick and use it up because it's starting to get down there. You know, I don't really need food right this moment. Cool little place. Actually be a pretty cool spot for a base. I don't know, can you add, like, it'd be cool to add a table in here or whatever. Can you add a table in to these existing structures or not? I know you'd have to have a flag, but I've never tried it. I've never built a base, at least not a permanent one. In an existing structure. Had the occasional garage base where I just kind of lock a garage with a cabinet or two in it. Not a cabinet, chest or two in it. Short term, but I don't think I've ever had a real full up house space. Whoops. Kind of blew that one. I didn't mean to let go. Nope. suppose I can. Oh, actually, I can. There it is. My add-on arrows. Oh, good. Should have checked for him first, because actually there's one right there. Still down one though. Oh. I don't know why it's in there, but I'll take it. Keep that for cutting rags. Should the need arise. Wait. What am I seeing? It's a wolf. It's a freaking wolf. Wait. No, it's a puppet. Let me help you get out of there, dude. Oh. Yeah, there you go. You're free now. It was weird. I heard it. It sounded like a puppet, and then it didn't come after me. And then I saw just that little low to the ground movement there. I thought it was a wolf, but it still sounded like a puppet. Oh. Well, there's my option to cut with. Okay. Well, that was worth stopping. So that actually gets me a step closer to the sword. Because now I can cut the planks I would need to make the toolbox. Well, I got a toolbox, but... Another one up here. Right there. Alright, well, it was worth stopping here. So, continue on and at least get to the edge of the city. So, it's just right up this road this way, so... I think it's this way, right? Yeah. Yep, this way. Perfect. That whole spot there, but I'm not gonna worry about checking that. Not gonna make it to the city if I keep checking these places out. Yeah, food's starting to drop a little bit, so be just in time to get to that water. Actually, before it gets much worse, let's do this skewer. Okay. Yeah. Get a few drinks of this because this is still the soft drink, remember, and the soft drink, when we get to that fresh water, I'm going to dump the soft drink if there's any left and replace it with water, so we can go a little heavier on the usage right now. Because that fresh water is right above us up here. Alright, we're liable to have puppets here. I think this here is that hospital type thing. I'm gonna skip that for now. I'd rather see the city proper, so I'm gonna continue up this leg and kind of try to worm in somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. I don't know the city very well at all, to be honest, so. I think this is the way I want to go. Yeah. So that fresh water should be right up here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so let's... Where are we at? bunch of that soft drink in there, but I'm gonna grab a couple more sips of it here. And then I'm gonna replace it with water. Alright, so spill that out. Fill it. Fresh water. Perfect. It's just going to make us pee, but get a couple of slogs in there. All right. There it is. Shiny city. Probably not going to go too deep into it tonight. Maybe just kick around the outskirts for a couple minutes or something. And next day or two, I'll schedule up another stream. And we'll go in proper and get ourselves killed. Looks like we got some local welcoming committee up here. Wow. Yeah. They definitely just wanted to say hi. Which way do they go to the farthest? Well, this is what we came to see. How many puppets are up around and in the city, so. It's a pretty good welcoming committee here. Doesn't want us to go in there. Yeah, decent size horde there. Better get stamina because this could go bad. One wrong move and you get 3, 4, 5 of them. Definitely hope my internet holds up through this part. Definitely wish that storm cloud hadn't come in right for this part. Ooh. There's a pretty good view of them. So, I wish it was brighter. You can see them all down through here. Yeah, what? I'm gonna put that at around 15 to 20. All total. So, I mean, not the biggest one I've ever seen here. Well, I mean here, and not the biggest one I've ever seen on this server by any means. In fact, a couple times when we had puppet numbers going wild, 20 would have been small. But current settings, it's decent size. Like I said, I think they are a little on the low side right now, the settings, so. And there's a lot of factors that play into it. A lot more factors play into it than people realize. People with scum settings, people tend to look at them singularly. There's a big thing out there, people looking at them singularly, right down to the devs even in some cases, I think. This setting does this. Boom. Concrete statement. That's what this setting does. But there's no discussion of and no explanation of the interplay between what that setting does and how it doing that affects other settings. So that's where you can get yourself in trouble with a lot of things. This, this setting does X, so I want it to be set like this. Well, okay, great, but that might screw up these other things because of what it's doing. So it's all got to be balanced out. The interplay needs to be analyzed between them. That's one of the reasons I still, to this day, have a test server that is password protected, so it's not a live server, that I can try different things out on, set up scenarios, and run them through and see what changing a setting does to other aspects. All right, well, here we are. Here's the edge of the city. I think what I'm going to do, this is, where are we at? I'm showing almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 41 minutes of stream. So I'm going to kick up here just a little bit and try to find a closed building that we can tuck into. And oops, I guess I'm going to pee before I do any of that. But then, like I said, I'll schedule up a stream next night or two, maybe Wednesday. We'll see. I got to see what getting back to work after 2 weeks off is going to actually entail here. So, watch the channel, and I'll try to schedule it 2 or 3 hours ahead of time so that this one should be good. This, going into the city here alone with a bow and a hammer should probably almost guarantee that it'll end up in my death. So you wouldn't want to miss that. All right. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to go first person here. Because there's no way I can keep track of everything if I'm third person. It's a good candidate house right there. Puppet or two in there at least. All right, let's assess these houses. So, no jumpable windows on that side. All right, so it's one of those style houses. Oh, is that a... Yeah. Oh, that's an upgrade. Oops. Don't need to carry that. Get out of there. All right. Get my arrow back here. I think this will be the house I took in, but I climb up on that wall across the way. Get a peek down in there, because I did hear a puppet or two down in there. I don't want them on. All right, so just got to remember to run to the back. I need to get in there. What style is this? This is style. So this actually... This one actually might have a jumpable window on the front side, so we'll clear this out too. That was a big stupid right there. I knew there could be a puppet there. Because there often is. But I didn't check. I just went on looting. That could have been a stupid moment death right there. It is a jumpable window, but it's a narrow one. Oh, wait. There's just the one right here. Okay, so this house is my escape route. If I get down in by them buildings over there and get in trouble. Alternate is the back side of that first house. So I'm going to take a quick peek over this wall, see what I see, and then we'll close this out. Got a puppet down there. They are going to see me up here. Shouldn't have took 3 shots, but it did. Oh, what the hell? I started this today saying that I haven't been here since 0.8 dropped, but in honesty, I only got to the city, I think, twice in 0.7. I don't think I got here when 0.75 dropped either. And one of the 2 times I was here on 0.7 was not this server. It was another hardcore server that I play, which, puppet number-wise, very close to this. Possibly more puppets. Hard to say. Hard to say, really. But so it wasn't this server, but very comparable. And it was with a large group of people because it was a community stream. So not a fair assessment. So really, I've been to the city only effectively once since 0.7 dropped, so I really don't have a good sense of what puppet numbers are. I've been through, for 0.7, I had a couple of quests that I put out. I put out quests for the island sometimes, and I had a couple of hidden chest type of things that I hid in the city here for 0.7, so I was here with my admin character, but it's not a fair judge of what area looks like, right? Because you pour it into a fairly safe spot with your admin character, right? And then you run around and you're well armed so that you can fight off whatever you need to fight off and place your hidden chest and whatnot. So it's just not a fair assessment of an area. Porting into the middle of something this size, like porting into the middle of the city here, and trying to judge puppet strength just doesn't tell you what you need to know, because you're dropping right in unnaturally into the middle of it. We got one out there. If he hears me while I'm peeing, man, I'm screwed. One I said. Jumped down from my arrow. I don't know if I can get back up. Oh, I can. Yeah, maybe I can't. Couple right there showing. This guy's coming. That took a sudden loudness. Must be that skinny one right there. Sorry about your buddy, man. There's a few back here. Looks like there's, what, 2 more right there. So, yep. So that's coming. That's gonna get through. Maybe it'll take it a while to find its way in. That guy down there. Yeah, here he comes. He's alerting from pretty good distance right there. I mean, it's not huge distance, but it's farther than I intuitively expect him to alert from. Certainly can't open these buildings while I still got them wandering around out here. Is there one over there too? I think. Gotta hop all the way around this before I dare to open those buildings, and they may be crawling inside. It may be more than I can swing with the bow and solo. We'll see. I'll take a peek. Go around here, make sure we're clear. Take a peek inside them, and then I'll call it a night. I just kind of couldn't resist. Got another one down at the end here. I don't remember that one being up here when I came in, but could have missed it. There's one out at the road is going to hear me in here too. There's one closer than that, I think. Yep. So there's a couple here. So far handleable. I'm curious what inside those two buildings looks like. Yeah, it's the one I was hearing in the road. I knew I heard one in the road. Down here? Across the way over there should be okay. All right, let's get a look at this first building here. Oops. Where I wish I had silencers on this bow. I haven't been able to pull that off yet. This will be cool to have a 35-pound bow. All right, let's see. See what we can do. Can we get this guy? Too much. not enough. That's going to be an issue. Oh, yeah. I'll take that one. Nice. Should be just one more down there. I don't see anything to loot there, so... A whole lot of nothing loot-wise. Another one outside. That's either a respawn, or it's that one that was messing around on the other side of the wall, finally found its way to us. Hard to say which. Actually sounds like more than one. Which would lead me to believe respawns, which would also lead me to believe that it's that spawn glitch thing I was talking about earlier, that there's no reason those would have should have respawned. Based on the settings, they should not have repopped by now. So my plan, I made noise down there to draw them down there. And then I walked very quietly up here, hoping they'll stay down there. One there. And I'm gonna bet there's more than one. Yep, one on the left too. Can hear it. And a third. These are respawns. And a fourth. That's a bad position. See, that's what I'm talking about. There is... That respawn setting is 12 minutes on this server. And there's another one. And this has not been 12 minutes. This has not even been close to 12 minutes. So, that's why I'm saying there is a respawn glitch. Look, they're all back there. Even more than originally. So, that's a little weird. And yet, this building is completely empty. I think it's their optimizations. They've changed things, in my opinion, through my observations. They've changed things so that they occur more based on player position than on random events or just, hey, I need to spawn a puppet, so let's put it somewhere. they're more dependent on player position now, probably for optimizations, right? Why have stuff where you don't need it? But it's really screwed things up. The cars are a perfect example. The vehicle spawns. If you wipe all the cars off your server, do a destroy all, and then start teleporting around your server. Do it with your admin character or whatever. Start teleporting around your server. You'll notice that the cars do not spawn until you're close, and then they'll spawn very near to you. So it's based on player location. When a car needs to spawn, it doesn't just pick one of the spawn points that are out there and spawn a car there. It waits until a player is near one of them spawn points, and then it spawns it there. And that is just so easy mode. And it has no good purpose. The only purpose it can serve is to make it easier for players to find vehicles, which is not what this game should be about. So that's kind of a pet peeve I have. I don't know if that started with 0.8. And I don't know if it's a result of the whole snafu that occurred around vehicles with 0.8 that they're working through now. So maybe it'll get corrected. I hope it'll get corrected. But yeah, it's definitely a disappointment. See, this guy's back too. So internal puppets on this server have a 20-minute respawn. This could have been 20 minutes. I'll give this one the benefit of the doubt and say this was probably 20 minutes ago that I cleared this room, but not those others. Especially not the ones out behind the left-hand building across the way, which I had just done before I walked around to the front. This is one of the other problems with the city. You set your server up to be high pop and very tough puppets and everything because that's what you're going for. But it makes the city here all but unplayable for most players. Because there's no separate, like, we have this concept of internal puppets, external puppets, and wild puppets. And that's great, and it should be that way. But the city, you have a couple issues. You have the fact that it's big, and there's a ton of spawn points. So the settings that work on the rest of your server for the external puppets are just nuts in the city. And the same with internals. The settings for internals that work elsewhere are crazy for the city because you have so many more buildings. But that one's at least manageable because they're buildings, except not in this city because there's so many buildings where there's no doors. So they're hybrid internals, right? Effectively, right? They're internal puppets, but they can get out. So if you wake them up, they come out. So pet peeves, things I think need to be improved, but you know, all in all, I love the game. So it's just, this is why I wanted to get a look at the city, because I'm going to bet that the rest of the city is going to be more of this. High puppets, which I expect. And even to the point where they're probably handleable, but this respawn issue is probably going to be a big issue in the city here. So anyways, that's my spew. Like I said, I'll schedule up a stream for a couple days from now, probably day from now, 2 days from now, whatever seems to work. And we'll try to get a look around the city proper here. If we can get killed doing it, or maybe we can get a look around and see what the puppets are doing, see how handleable it is. I mean, if I have to fight in and fight out, I'm actually fine with that. It's just that there needs to be some length of time. I went through that building is all I did and killed a few puppets, maybe 5 minutes worth of work, and they were all respawned. So that's just crazy. But yeah, like I said, we'll get a look around. I'll schedule up another stream. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, all that good stuff. All of it helps. Just starting out, just learning all this stuff. Very interested in it. So yeah, any likes and subscribes and all of it helps. So again, thanks, and I will catch you next time. Stay safe out there.